Welcome back. Boo, boo, you say. Boo, this shit sucks. We wanna watch Rick the Dick.
Crash! Coco! Store the pretty crystals! Tiny, take them back! In Gladiator Arena!
So, if you didn't quite catch what was said there, he's angry at us for stealing the crystals or whatever, so he's gonna meet us in the distant past in the Roman Colosseum and we're gonna settle it there. Because the theme is time travel, you see. I saw a comment the other day that said, "This game is just like the Avengers. You travel through time and collect colorful rocks." It's like, fucking kill yourself. Anyway, so yeah. The infamous Tiny Tiger. Fuck, that came out so fast. It's like when Mac and Charlie die and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He crashed the car into the wall. It was just too fast and he couldn't jump out in time. But anyway, yes, this is the first of many fights against this famous character. The furries adore this character. Or at least the older generation of furries do. The zoomies are probably into something else. Probably like Bluey or something. They want to fuck the characters from Bluey? Why would they? Anyway, it's just many years ago this character was a furry icon, you'd see. People would have all kinds of nasty fantasies about Tiny Tiger. I want Tiny Tiger to break into my house at night while I'm sleeping and brush my hair. Okay, new powers. I don't think they did that in the second one. That's a new idea.
Well done, children. By defeating Tiny, you have unlocked the gate to the next time travel area. Go back to the center of this time twister and save your progress if you wish. From there, you will see that the gate to the second time travel area is now open.
Okay, doing good. I like the voice they gave that character. It makes him sound very mystical, if you will. Wouldn't be quite... Oh yeah, that's the new ability we got. Anyway, wouldn't be quite the same if Aku Aku just sounded like he was from, like, fucking Wisconsin or something. Oh yeah, getting the crystals there. You know, in the newer games, like the Wii PS3 era games... Oh, cutscene.
Why must you continue to be a thorn in our side?
What? Where was I? Tiny was a good fellow. He hated everyone and everything, but a good heart nonetheless. Please be more reasonable with my minions next time.
Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, in the Wii PS3 era Crash Bandicoots, they couldn't get the original Aku Aku voice actor to come back, so, they got voice actor Greg Eagles. Do you know what Greg Eagles is famous for?
No!
That's right, he was the voice of Grim in Billy and Mandy. It's a decent fit, I guess. So, this level's a bit rehashy, huh? You see, back in the days of the lowly PS1, you could only do so much, so you'd have to use clever tricks to artificially extend the game. You are playing the same level but at night, huh? It's like a whole new level, eh? Whole new level. Fuck. I think I had like a crash band. Fuck. You can't actually fall down the hole there because they don't have that animation programmed in there. Anyway, I think I had like a Crash Bandicoot toy as a kid. It might have been like from a Happy Meal or something. I just remember him he's like crouching like next to a big ray gun or something. I think it also came with like some plastic Wumpa fruits. Whatever that was from, be it McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's or Arby's or Carl's Jr.'s or Hardee's or Dairy Queen or Rally's or Checkers or Olive Garden. They should do toys at Olive Garden. I would buy them. can specifically have like Italian themed toys. I could get like a little plastic Tony Soprano, and he has a button on his back, and it has like a really compressed voice and says like, fuck, I bumped the mic. Sorry everybody. It says like, Carmelo, can you shut the door? Anyway, that would be funny, right? Right? So anyway, just wrapping up my thoughts about Crash Bandicoot memorabilia. Outside of the official, those Happy Meal toys that I talked about, I think they tried to do like a proper in-store toy release, like some actual high-quality toys that, you know, you'd have to actually pay for individually. Another channel mentioned that there was some Komodo Brothers toys that apparently the build quality wasn't very good. Now, they would just kind of fall apart. I don't know where those fit into it, but yeah, I guess even the ancillary characters got some, because this was a popular franchise back in the day. Back before the fine folks at Activision ran it into the ground, and then brought it back, and then stopped with it completely. The rise and fall of 3D platforming mascots. You think they'll ever do more with this series? I know the new one, even though it was good, it didn't sell too good, so I know they're taking a break for a while. And I know the team that worked on it, Toys for Bob, they got put on making Call of Duty DLC, so who knows? You know, Toys for Bob made this one skateboarding game I had as a kid. It was like skateboarding but with Disney characters. And the music is definitely, it's very 2003 in the worst possible way. When I was a kid, I thought, wow, this music's amazing. I listen to it now, it's like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed I ever listened to this. They even had a Smash Mouth song in there. It wasn't even one of the famous ones either, it was like one of their lesser known ones. But anyway, maybe they'll do something with Crash Bandicoot now that Microsoft owns Activision. That's what Microsoft is known for, right? Buying out companies and then actually doing things with the properties that they own. That's totally a thing that they do. Did you see it spelled Neo in the tiles? I guess the developers are fans of The Matrix. No, it's the bad guy from this game, you crazy fool. Remember in Oni Plays when they called Dr. Cortex a quote-unquote diseased Iranian man? That was funny. I wish I could be funny like them. Just comedy on command. I feel like if I had Chris O'Neill's brain, I could just entertain myself endlessly and I wouldn't even need to watch TV or do stuff on the internet or anything. I could just live in my own imagination forever. I think we bungled it. We're gonna be one short. We're one short, Jerry. We're not gonna get the gems, Jerry. Fuck, I've forgotten how to do the impression over the years. I used to be a lot better at that. That is to say, this impression of this character that I've made up that all at once he's George, Kramer, Beavis, and Rick Sanchez. I used to have a specific voice that I would do, but I can't do it anymore. You forgot how to do the voice, Jerry! Okay, that was a little closer, but, yeah. Just looking at those, hieroglyphs on the wall over there. I was thinking, you know, an N64 certainly could not do that. You know, textures take up space. I was picturing what an N64 version of this game would look like, and all these fancy detailed textures would just be a muddy, gross, repeating brown. Wouldn't look good in the slightest. Console Wars, hooray! Hottest takes of 1998. But yeah, the texture cache was definitely a sore spot of the N64. I think the only, the max size textures it could have was something like 64 by 64 pixels. or something absurd like that, so developers had to work around that by having either lots of repeated textures, or just having very muddy looking low res textures, or having just lots of flat shaded polygons, because that's just code. Just tell the system color in that wall over there the color red. No textures necessary. That was always a good way to save space, although your game would look like dog water in the process. You know, I read that during the development of Mario 64, they had an entire employee dedicated just to Mario's face, just making sure it was modeled correctly and animated correctly and that it actually looked like him. It's wild to think. I don't think they do that in the new games nowadays, now that 3D modeling tools are a bit better. But back then, 3D modeling was a new concept, you see. In fact, that would have been the first ever Nintendo game to use it as far as I'm aware. You don't want to mess up something so important as Mario's face. You don't want to fuck up and make him look like Louis C.K. instead. Just imagine the opening to Mario 64 with the big Mario head where he says like, "It's me, Mario." Imagine that, but he looks like Louis C.K. instead. He's balding and he just has patches of red hair and he's all greasy and hairy in the wrong places, and I don't think the kids would be into that.